Hi guys, welcome back to the final episode of House of the Dragon. It is I'm back after office as promised. If you have seen the Last of Us first look trailer, that was me heading to office, and now I'm back from the office, so it is now my final thing to watch today. As I said, this was a great season for me. I really enjoyed it. House of the Dragon. First of all, the episode is called The Queen Who Ever Was. I love that. I mean, we know we've had a wordplay with Rhaenys and The Queen Who Never Was, but The Queen Who Ever Was, like, was she ever? It could be a play on that. Did we interpret her always the queen? But she was always the chosen queen by Viserys. But will she ever be the queen? Whoever was, like, I don't know what the wordplay is, but it can be some kind of like a trick in terms of what the episode will be. But my thing is that as I was saying, I am so happy that at least now that I know that House of Dragon is ending, we see a first look of The Last of Us, and I'm just over the moon. These are shows that I really love, specifically The Last of Us, and I cannot wait to see what is in store. But that's for another time. Back into House of the Dragon. Overall, as a season, I truly enjoyed it. Is it better than season 1? In many ways, there are certain amazing improvements in season 2. I would say a lot more usage of the dragons, a lot more inclusiveness of, mostly for me, Helena. I really enjoyed her character. The introduction of Alan of Hull and Adam of Hull, loved that. Rhaenys as a character, her plot was great. The downside to me in terms of everything else, it's not major, but it could have been a bit maybe shortened, is adding lesser scenes of Daemon and Harrenhal. I absolutely love the back and forth. I think it really plays a vital role in the storytelling. But for me as a viewer, I was almost like, I'm ready to see them now. I'm ready to see him ride off of Caraxes. Like, I wanted to see Caraxes in action a lot more. Maybe that's not vital because we needed to see Daemon's journey and his self-reflection and him having those sort of, no, you couldn't say nightmares, but you can say like premonitions, is that what it's called? Or like hallucinations of what could have been. So I think that's very important storyline. So I am no storyteller in that regard, so I can't speak in that aspect, but I won't know how exactly it would have been possible to reduce, maybe like, the table scenes, like specifically, like, I don't think Alice, the owl lady, is so significant. I don't know, maybe she is, because she does tell Daemon's like kind of future, saying that you will die here in Harrenhal. I see that point, but I don't think she was a vital role. So scenes of hers could have been cut, I guess. Then the scene with that Strong, with the whatever the Strong's guy's name is, like the main at the dinner table, cut it. But then I enjoyed the part where they can just add one with Lena in it. But then I love his interaction with Oscar Tully. It's my favorite. So like there are things here and there that I really like, but if it would have been narrowed down, would have been greater. Something that should have been more is, I feel, Otto Hightower and his, like, snarky comments and his planning. I would have loved to have seen him more in this season. I guess that is the whole point, how the Greens have kind of crumbled under the leadership of Aegon, and then furthermore, like, Aemon not making it any better. Would have loved to seen him though more in that. But I really liked everything else in this. And I also, another thing, of course, Bela, love her inclusion in this. I feel has so much to give with her being fire and blood. Absolutely brilliant. She has to have more dialogues. Same thing for Rhaena. I feel like she has been undervalued. I wanted to see more scenes with her and that Lady Jane. Love to have seen more scenes with them together. I would have loved to have seen I then realized, hey, I have been I don't know what I have been saying in the show or in the comments or whatever in my videos about Rhaena's no, I don't think Rhaena's dragon, but the dragon that Rhaena is trying to find in the Vale. Is it sheep? Yeah, I've been saying sheep eater. I didn't realize it was called sheep stealer. Shit. But yeah, that's the I assume that's the dragon she's gonna try and mount. I'm not sure, but is that what's gonna happen in this episode? Because we see her running off in the distance, so that's another thing. Then the other thing I would like to see is Daeron and on Tessarion. Like, that's something that we've never seen we've only heard about him finally, but no mention in season 1. So I would love to see Daeron riding Tessarion when the time comes. But let's just find out what happens in this season. And it's been a great one. I've enjoyed it so much. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But off onto the finale of episode 8 of season 2 for House of the Dragon. It is called The Queen Who Ever Was. Alright, it is showdown. There definitely or most certainly will be a tapestry change, right? Not in this time because this is earlier, but towards, of course, the current Aegon and Rhaenyra's timeline. Sunfire and Meleys. Is that Moon Dancer? Ooh, what are these dragons? Is that Sea Smoke? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my. There's no more blood running, but it's tapestries just, well, tapping away to tell the story continues. Oh, Geeta, darling, you tell a story. That's for certain. This looks like where Oberyn would be. Hanuman.
Break the blockade and it will benefit you.
We sell where we please, blockade or no. Essos is as rich and is as vast.
It seems...
Essos. Imagine the Lannisters being here when they used to control the Iron Banks.
Stepstones.
170 years down the line.
Give us the stepstones.
Whoa.
A smattering of rocks.
Those rocks have been disputed for a generation.
We will impose a simple tax on those passing through.
You will drive up the price of basic goods.
It is better than starving.
A fleet of warships, then,
Mirish captain.
would break the blockade and hold the passage.
Very well. The Prince Regent may have me hanged for this.
With the armada we send now, you can topple the Prince Regent and sit the Iron Throne yourself.
Ooh. The rich get richer.
One more condition.
Of course.
Commander of our fleet must agree to go with you. If he does not lead them, they will not fight.
Let us meet this commander then.
It's almost like the Unsullied with the whip.
Admiral Lohar,
What this voice?
this is Tyrion Lannister.
Well met, Lord Tywin.
I did not expect her to be her.
Tylan.
You're thin.
But also tall.
I will not sail with a man who cannot best me.
Oh! Admiral Lohar. It's a pleasure.
At what?
At fighting. Oh, hi. God, Vhagar is power hungry. Vhagar is feeling Aemon's need to kill. Okay. Hi. Oh my god.
Some rum wouldn't go amiss.
Your Grace. A word, Your Grace. I must ask you, Your Grace, to steel yourself.
Okay.
We must leave King's Landing quickly, and we will not return for some time.
KK?
The Pretender has found 3 new riders for her dragon.
Ah, right, that way.
That's impossible.
Your brother thought the same. He flew to challenge her and was rebuffed. Fled in terror, from what I hear.
Ha ha! Yes, my babe.
He deserves no less.
Woo!
I am the king. Why must I run?
Because the Prince Regent is going to kill you.
Oh, you got there, babe.
Take me to my throne, and once he returns, I shall take him prisoner.
And what then? When Rhaenyra descends on you with her 7 dragons and you without Vhagar, what then?
7 dragons, yeah. That was on the... So, Moondancer, Syrax, Caraxes... Sorry, pausing. Moondancer, Syrax, Caraxes, Vermithor, Silverwing, Sea Smoke. Yeah, 7 dragons. Why am I thinking for more? Vermax, isn't Vermax a thing?
Moved the greater part of Harrenhal's gold reserves to the Iron Bank in Braavos. We can live well and remain until what is coming has passed.
You want to take me to Essos?
Ah.
My dragon is dead. I am burnt and disgusting and alone, and I'm a cripple.
Wow, that...
My cock is destroyed. Did they tell you that? Yeah. It burst into flames like a sausage on a spit.
Do not despair, Your Grace. There are better days ahead, and the people will rise up to meet us.
I can't even piss without it running down my leg.
They will be tired of endless deprivation.
There's the two realities. He could care less.
They will hail the returning king.
He does not want this shit anymore, I don't think.
Aegon the Victorious, risen from the ashes.
Aegon the realm's delight.
Ah, Aegon, that's... It's almost like he's wanted his father's approval because that's what Rhaenyra got from Viserys. Why do I keep seeing Viserys as Visenya? Like realm's delight. Why is she running? Did she like part from her company? Oh, I didn't realize she left. So she parted from Joffrey, Aegon, and Viserys.
Let's be at the training yard learning the commands.
Yeah, I will go, but surely they'd not deny me my pleasure after so long. I may never eat fish again.
Shut the F up, Wolf.
Remove your feet from the table.
I'd rather not.
It's not up to you.
Who's it up to then, boy?
He is the Prince, Ulf. Prince Jacaerys Velaryon.
Prince Jacaerys Velaryon. Right here. Who'd have thought it?
Huh.
He lives here.
Oh, the young prince! And look at that hair. As dark as they say.
Let them tell us we don't have Targaryen blood, eh?
My mother is the queen.
Dragon riders both, you and I. Cut from the same cloth.
Oh, God.
He's not much use to the manners of court.
Yeah, clearly.
The so-called Prince Regent has burned Sharppoint down to its stones. Will you prepare to face such an enemy?
Exactly. Question him.
If you hinder our efforts through sloth or unreadiness, I will see you hanged and your body fed to the dogs in the street.
I meant no disrespect, my prince.
You're so right in that. I understand now why he was so frustrated with Rhaenyra about the fact that if anyone can claim a dragon, what use are they? I understand that now very much.
Adam of Hull, at least, is known to you.
He's a shipwright in my employ, and it is reported to me that he is a man of integrity. I've had little to do with him, to my regret.
To my regret.
You must strike, quickly, while the Prince Regent mulls his next action.
I had hoped my advantage may be in deterrence.
Vhagar is not his only dragon.
And his dragon is younger than Vermax.
But a dragon nonetheless, and you forget another.
Helena?
Yeah.
She does not ride.
She may yet be compelled, and her dragon...
Dreamfire. Hatched when the Conqueror was king. She is formidable.
Wow, so Dreamfire has been around there for, like, around Vhagar time?
We'll rejoin the blockade on the morrow. Let our foes beware, be they Lannister or Greyjoy.
Ah.
But my ship is no longer the Sea Snake. She was a testament to my own glory.
Ah.
I've given her a new name.
What is it?
The Queen Who Never Was.
Corlys, I thank you.
What I do now, I do for her.
Oh, there's a husband who's grieving. He's named the ship after her.
You must crush this beast at its head, and before too many days have flown.
FYI, they want the stepstones.
Another player that is yet to be revealed.
Dragons do eat pigs, I assume.
Cractus prefers them.
Sir Alfred Broom has come to see you.
Hello?
You've arrived just in time to see my new army. What do you think of it?
It's very large.
Just in time, indeed.
I will never serve the usurpers or the whelps of Old Town, but there are battles to be fought.
And in times like this... Did you hear something?
This place will have you barking at the moon.
Traitor! I will never be disloyal. Traitor!
I never took you for a turncloak.
I know.
Rhaenyra's intentions are good, but what we need is a king.
I don't know if Daemon is into the idea of building an army for her or it's for himself. Yeah, I don't know.
Why does everybody hate us?
Good question, Helena.
We didn't order the blockade.
No, but we are the crown, so they expect us to break it.
She's not wearing her necklace.
I was happier before I was queen.
That's the same for her as well. She was happier before she was queen.
The Prince Regent, Your Grace.
Helena, here you are.
Balin Skull.
Mother,
Son.
the crown has need of your service.
Now.
The pretenders raise new riders against us, and we must answer in kind. I need you to fly with Dreamfire to battle.
I do not wish to fight.
It isn't a question.
They have defiled our birthright, made commoners into dragon lords. It is a sin and must be punished.
May I remind you, your sister is still the queen.
As you were once. And you see now what is the consequence of your weakness. We are in peril today more than yesterday.
Was it peril that moved you to burn the town of Sharppoint? Peril or basest fury at your own humiliation? You wish to rule the Seven Kingdoms, but you rain ruin and death upon its small folk when you've been insulted.
Yeah.
And now you seek to corrupt your sister. Of all our line, the gentlest and most deserving of your protection.
Who will protect her if she cannot protect herself?
And who will she be if her mind is broken?
It is no longer our rule that is threatened. Our very lives, would you not have us prevail?
Not like this. Not like this!
Even Alicent recognizes Helena's way too gentle for this shit.
Grand Maester, I must again request your assistance. I need passage in your discretion.
For what? Sorry, but were you expecting
Do you
to
think
smell
nothing of your
something?
oath?
Aha.
Lord Commander.
Cat's out of the bag.
Steward's son from Dawn. Fucking the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Ha ha ha!
She is my sister.
She saved my life. Twice. Once from the headsman's axe and once from myself.
Headsman's axe.
Since then, she has been the beacon I follow.
What a play of words. Beacon I follow.
Do not think I have no shame in me, sir.
Oh, the psst.
The desire for women has brought me grief after grief. Oh, would that it was so simple.
Your brothers in the Kingsguard ran away.
Do they? You saw what I saw. The dragons dance, and men are like dust under their feet.
Poetic.
We march now toward our annihilation. To die will be a kind of relief.
So go ahead. Yeah, then do it. Please, put him out of his misery. Oh! What? I do not think this was what they meant by besting her. Are you sure you're not going to fall in love? Don't tell me the Great Admiral got defeated by Tywin Lannister. That's some bullshit.
You have impressed me, Lord Tywin.
Tywin, nice.
You will testify to the worth of the ambassador by agreeing to his most humble request.
I will most certainly consider it. After dinner, have you ever eaten the flesh of your enemies?
What? I have not, and I would not.
So you reject the hospitality of my house?
What house is this? This is, Ramsay version 3.
A jest, my lord.
Okay.
What do you take me for?
I don't know. Because there are people like this.
It does not befit a prince to pout.
Ooh, girl, you tell him.
I'm not pouting.
But you are.
I'm reading.
While your mother waits, you're angry.
They are an insult to us, to what makes us Targaryens.
Do you believe that you are the first noble heir who was not sired by his noble father? Such is the way of the world, Jace. And in resenting it, you only diminish yourself.
I've heard the whispers the whole of my life.
Then prove to them that you are worthy. Get up and take your place by your mother's side.
She will make the strongest queen. She is like her grandmother. Oh, how proud your mother and grandmother would be seeing you like this, darling. But what in the hell happened with you? Oh, Lena.
Here come my lads, my comely boys, and split your sacks ashore. For you'll be sailing many days. Salute the captain's daughter.
Sounds like a Pirates of the Caribbean song.
Well done, Lord Tyrod!
First time in now, Tyrod. Ha ha!
You have proven yourself most accommodating and more accomplished than one would think.
Okay. They're gonna fall in love,
I
aren't
will
they?
be pleased to sail at your side.
Oh.
And my captain's with me.
Okay.
To the gullet on the morrow!
Gullet on the morrow.
Let the sea snake rue the day we meet again.
Okay, so they have met the sea snake.
Oh, before you go, Lord Tyland. You are a handsome man.
Of course.
You have proven your worth and virility. I wish to have children by you.
You want me to?
Indeed. I want you to fuck my wives.
This is wild!
How many words do you have?
I really wanted to know how many wives she had. Well, that's wild.
Taming a dragon's thirsty work.
Oh, and some more of these little birds.
Ulf has totally lost the plot.
To our new riders.
Nice, she's wearing her crown.
Serve me well, and I will make you knights of the realm. We must strike while we have the advantage.
Vhagar.
You wish for us to kill innocents.
And so many.
It is hard, but it cannot be helped.
What about Vhagar?
She is fearsome, but she is one dragon. The Prince Regent cannot defend against all of us.
I'll take him on myself. Silver Wings a go as she is. We're afraid of nothing, even if you are.
There will be time enough to see which one of us is a coward.
Exactly.
I said more of these little birds.
A knight will comport himself with grace at the Queen's table.
Best make me a knight then.
You forget yourself,
Exactly.
friend.
Sense of humour do you all good.
Spent all your life in the tavern. No wonder.
There is a message from Harrenhal, Your Grace.
Right.
Daemon has raised his army, but Sir Simon fears treachery.
I will not allow it. Adam, come with me.
Adam, I respect you. Come with me. Get up. Unlike Wolf, who will be eating. Is something being pulled there? Oh my god. Who is this? Oh lord, the owl is back.
Do you never sleep, witch?
She's an owl. Why is she crying?
I'm going to the Godswood.
I'm going to the Godswood. Hey, explain yourself. Who is that? What was that?
There are omens here for those who seek them. You do not scoff?
I'm no longer inclined to.
Do you wish then to learn what is given to you?
Okay. Is he gonna touch the Godswood? Okay. Is this like a three-eyed raven thing? Oh my god, this is a Brandon Stark thing. Oh my god. Oh! Oh! The three-eyed raven! Brendan Rivers! Oh my god! The white walkers! Dragons! Death! Fuck, Game is zombie!
It's all a story. And you're but one part in it. You know your part.
Oh my god, this vision. It's all but a story, but you're a part
You
in
know
it.
what you must do.
What does he do as must do? What must he do? Did she just force connect with him whilst he was at the Godswood?
We share the same blood, you and I. Our mother is not a dragon rider. She cannot understand that you and I have a truer call to eat. Come with me to Harrenhal.
Is he
And
crying?
if I refuse, will you burn me as you did Aegon?
She's a dreamer. She can see things.
That is a lie.
I saw it. You burned him, and you let him fall.
What you say is treason.
Oh, well, what you did is treason.
Aegon will be king again. He sits on a wooden throne. And you'll be dead. You were swallowed up in the god's eye, and you were never seen again.
Oh my god.
I could have you killed.
It wouldn't change anything.
She's fearless. It's now getting the pretty ending that he really, really wants. Yes, babe, head off to Harrenhal. Babe, best get Daemon. What Caraxes, Pavamdi. Like, babes, I've been bored here, thank you. Will you all relax? See, like, 5 times a day, I'll be thin as hell. Up and down that.
Welcome to Harrenhal, my queen. I did not think to see you here yourself.
Just make sure Daemon doesn't cut off your head. Nice. Oh, there he is. There he is. Husband. Wife. Well, I just came back for the shampoo you borrowed from me, darling. Don't mind me.
I wasn't expecting you.
Shocker.
Filibazma, Kesu, Pranon, Merisa, Sola Armazis.
Yeah, okay. I think she knows about it. The Song of Ice and Fire.
Uyunda.
Yeah.
The realm's only hope is a leader who can unite it, and my brother chose you.
Okay. So you are saying you're sworn to her? This guy, I don't know what his deal is. Harrenhal has messing me up.
You are the true queen, Rhaenyra. I am meant to serve you, and all of these with me.
These. My queen! Traitor! You're gonna get hanged for that, you know that. He's also like, what the? Are you, I don't know, am I being double played here?
My queen.
Okay. Oh. Whilst you were away, Daemon, I had a little boom shakalaka with your ex.
100 of them! There will be no mercy! We fight for our queen!
Fucking finally! Let's get that fire going! Simon! Ah, glory, glory.
We joined the blockade and are like to find ourselves in peril. Sooner than late.
Yeah?
I wish to set out on good terms with my first mate.
Oh.
Done what is asked of you, and more. But you are curt, silent, and the men find you distant.
Forgive me, my lord. I will endeavor to improve myself.
I am trying to help you.
You want to help me? Is this the help you offer after all these years? A reminder to be grateful.
Ah.
Do you know what it was like for us?
Okay, get it out.
To grow up fatherless, to be sneered upon as bastards. Do you know what hunger does to a boy? What grief does? Or shame?
You are dismissed.
I watched the man beside me walk past, with his son and heir, with the fur around his shoulders, choosing sweetmeats to eat after supper by the fire.
Oh, man.
And now you remember I live.
Tom.
Now you wish suddenly to scatter the crumbs of your favor.
Fuck.
I am an honorable man, and I will serve you because I must. If it is all the same, I will decline any offers of help. I'll continue as I began, alone.
At least he's gotten that off of his chest. Felt like that was a load. A load, my man. First of all, I have to say his voice is like an audiobook is essential of my man's voice in it. Look, Rhaena. I see... the dragon! I see a dragon! Do not run! It's quite far away! Hi.
The gods favor you. They put the means to victory in your hands.
And yet, to claim it, I must strike. And in striking, I doom thousands to their deaths.
You never wanted to be Queen of the Ashes.
Begging your pardon, Your Grace.
Okay. Is that how you look when you sleep? Beautiful. What in the actual hell? Well, wow. Okay. I mean, she crept up on you. You creep up on her, I guess. Oh, that's the safe passage you wanted.
None save my protector. He laid down his sword at your gate.
Okay.
I've been, I think, mistaken. I resented you, I think, for caring so little for any of it, for knowing what you wanted. I did not know what I wanted. I knew only what was expected of me. All those I put my faith in, my husband, my father, my lover, my son.
The incorruptible queen sullies herself with a lover.
Do not judge me for what you yourself have done. I too have desires.
Yes, but you alone made virtue your banner.
Aha!
I do not wish to rule, I wish to live. To be free of all this endless plotting and striving.
Well, you said it yourself.
I would take my daughter and her child and leave it all behind.
It's too late, Alicent.
Yeah, you said it yourself.
You said it yourself. Blood has been shed, and you wish to wash your hands of what you yourself set in motion.
Oh, the arrogance of blaming me. As if you would not have been challenged regardless.
Did not your hand bring it forth like a midwife?
I did only what I thought your father wanted.
Alicent, you're in no place.
Wander in the wilderness. What has it got to do with me? Did you come here thinking you would be absolved?
Oh, she started biting her nails.
He never stopped loving your mother, you know. He was very fond of me, and I of him, but she was the vision that sustained him.
Right.
And yet you believe he wavered at the end?
Lovely questions.
Why have you come here?
Making it so hard for each other.
Aemon will soon fly to join Cole in the Riverlands. If you come then to King's Landing, I will see to it that our guards throw down their arms. We will open the gates. We will shed no blood. You will enter as a conqueror.
This is like deja vu for me.
Once you take the throne, this senseless war must end.
Okay. Why would she trust you?
What of Aegon?
Right.
He still heeds his mother. I believe I can prevail upon him to bend the knee if
No!
needed.
Still you imagine. You can have all you want without paying too high a price. I must put an end to the opposition. I must take Aegon's head. And I have to do it for all to see. You know this. However you may try to evade it, you know this.
Yeah. Man, I feel bad for them.
Choose.
Fuck. Peace or Aegon.
Will you shrink from what you set out to do, or will you see it through?
A son for a son. This is truly the son,
A son for a son.
I genuinely do not think they're going to say the same shit. Oh, fuck. That's harsh. It sounds cruel, but fuck, it's still her son. Whoa! What kind of mother?
And what do I do with you now?
You let me go to do what I promised.
History will paint you a villain.
She's already the villain in her own story.
Let them think what they must. I am at last myself, with no ambition greater than to walk where I please and to breathe the open air.
I don't know, I feel you'll be breathing ashes only.
You speak as if from a distant dream.
Come with me.
Where?
My part is here. Whether I will or no, it's decided for me long ago.
Will that happen though? I don't think so. Music, beautiful. Targaryen, nice. Don't get cocky, dipshit. Don't feel like you are the king. You are no king. Just happen to be lucky enough to drive a dragon. Ride a dragon. Rhaena, I honestly don't understand what's happening with you, babe. God. Who is that? That's Old Town. Old Town's banners. That can't be Dreamfire. Winterfell. Yeah, babe, let's go! About damn time we see the Starks. Oh, the music! Nice, I like all the main houses themes coming together. I love it. Nice. Right. Oh, how lovely. And so it begins. Oh, look at its wings. Hi. I'm sorry? What? He's been inside prison. Wait, was he always in a prison? What? God, they're going to Bravos. Okay, Aegon's head and all that shit's out the window. Geeta. For you, for the show, it might be 3 days. For us, it's 3 years. Geeta. A little. Geeta! Hi. Geeta, listen. No. Not fair. All right. That was flipping the end of season 2. I always say, I want more, but definitely to set the scene up for absolute carnage that is going to be season 3 in terms of full-fling war. That's what's going to be. But this is like season 2 is, just a little titsy-bitsy look into everything happening in motion. It's all setting up. And then season 3 is going to be, let's do it. There's no turning back. That's why I think this conversation between Alicent and... Alicent and Hannah. Who is Hannah? Rhaenyra. Sorry. Hannah. Alicent and Rhaenyra, right, is an interesting one because I get where Alicent is coming from. I get that she's now really realizing that she always knew to follow a path, and now that that path is unclear and that her 2 main sons have gone wild. One is cripple, one is total nutcase, the other one is pure. She just doesn't see the point in all of this, even though her main ambition was to put her son on the throne. And I understand that she's having this literal late realization. That's fine, but she should also understand that there is absolutely no turning back. I feel the moment you married Viserys, and yes, it was out of her control, but the moment you married Viserys and had Aegon as a son, that's it. Like, I feel that's when you were always given the more priority, because not just because you're the queen mother, but because you have given birth to a son that Emma couldn't do, and that he was almost like, of course we know that he named Rhaenyra heir, but you have had a son. Things change in Westeros, and we know Westeros are not known for having like a Admiral Lohar kind of woman that is absolutely like, she's a Yara Greyjoy in this world. So it's very hard to see such type of people, in the workings of like a land where, you know, there is order and ruling and a proper system. You don't see that. That's why I think Aegon said that, why would you want me to go to Essos, which is like a goat fucker land? I don't know what he said, but basically it has no rules, which is why anyone can be king or queen and no one would question it. But it's very interesting to see that Alicent comes through, and that's what she wanted to do, like say her last bit, like a little cry for help. And I don't know what kind of world she thinks she's in, that she's appealing to the friend that she already rejected. But for her to go as low as to saying you can have Aegon's head, I think also because she knows that Aegon is really hurting physically, but it's also at the same time that I think she has love for Aegon, she does, but I don't think she has a maternal feeling for him that way. She connects with him in certain ways, but she's not able to bond with him. And I don't know if it's because of the fact that she had him so young, and it reminds her of her problems that she always had with being in that position of getting married so early on. I think possibly that could be it, but at the same time, I just think, you know, for her being a young mother and how immediate the factor, how she's used as a pawn in her father's, you know, games, she always, as Rhaenys said clearly, that you serve for the men in your family. First your father, now your husband, then your sons. So I get that, and I get why she kind of had that spur of the moment where she was thinking this would mean that I'm such a terrible mother. But I think she cares very little, because she didn't even mention to take care of Aemond or Aegon. I mean, it's straight Helena and her child. And I think Alicent thinks that there is still a way where we can try and take down Aemond and Aegon. But what's to say that... I know Rhaenyra can be merciful towards Helena, but what's to say Daemon won't just slice Alicent's throat in the middle of the night? Like, you have to understand, like, there is no turning back, quite literally. Like, the family that she is now in, like, maybe Rhaenyra would, but you could easily see how Daemon was able to pull off such a stunt without keeping Rhaenyra in the loop. Like, he did everything on his own. He wanted to be the king, not consort, but the king. They serve me, sort of that kind of angle. Like, I'm shocked that she thinks that Daemon would let her off the hook. Like, he will definitely no chance. I mean, for Helena, fine, but not Alicent, no way. And I think she doesn't care, maybe mostly for her life, but who knows. But I'm trying to understand, like, her need to have gone all the way to Dragonstone. And, you know, I feel like she let her guard down in that way, like where she was feeling comfortable. She almost felt like she was able to breathe, as she said. And you could see she was holding her neck and her stomach, like her anxiety is shooting up the roof. And she started biting her nails, which is a clear indication that she just wants everything to end. And yeah, I mean, like, the way she said that, you know, the way I am or the way I was is possibly out of revenge to prove you wrong. It's to make you look bad. Like, at least I feel in a way she kind of admitted that she is not as virtuous as she claims to be. And she didn't even wear the necklace of the 7-pointed star, which only means I don't think she even believes anymore. Because all this pointless war, it's almost like what she's saying makes no difference because everything is set in motion. Like, we saw the ending. We saw the Hightower banners marching. And I think because of the Hightower, I'm pretty sure it's Tessarion. And in that very split second, I completely forgot. But it's Tessarion with Daeron. Like, it's pretty amazing to see that. Marching. Then we see Tywin with the Essos crew. Then we see what's it like, well, whatever armies they have with them. Then we have the Starks marching their way for Rhaenyra, and we've got Driftmark marching for Rhaenyra. Like, everything is set in motion, and of course we've got Daemon and the Riverlands. So it's like there's no turning back. I mean, blood will be spilled massively. This war will cost thousands of lives, whether you want things to go back the same way or not. I don't think this war ends in 3 days' time. I think it ends when it will, like, which is, I feel everyone almost gone. So I don't know. Like, I think she's still naive to think that this will still work, but she herself said it in that third, fourth episode, whenever, that it's gone past. It's done. Like, we can't go back. We can't turn back. But yeah, that makes, fine, I guess. And then that entire stunt that Daemon pulled, when he had that full vision, which we will go to, when he had that vision of everything, and then that vision said, you know what to do, you know what part you play, or what's your part in it, and all that. What are they talking about? I'm really trying to know. Is it to lead the Riverland army to victory? So, like, for Rhaenyra? And I think that's where he's realizing that he is not meant to be king, because when he had the White Walkers, he's literally seen a Song of Ice and Fire in motion that Viserys told him. You saw it, but then Viserys chose you, Rhaenyra, as the person to make sure that you see through that dream of the Conqueror's dream. Yeah, I think that's why he's like, I think he's definitely back to normal, I feel. He's not having a double mixed feelings or something about it. But yeah. And then Daemon's vision, just literally Daemon's vision. So we see Brendan Rivers to start off with, the flipping Raven. And then after that, we see the White Walkers, the Long Night happening. Then we see dragons completely, like, they're all dead. That's possibly from the war, the Dance of the Dragons. And then we see a complete massacre of people. That reminds me very much, because it was so much of muck and blood and everything. I don't know why in that instant it made me think of Battle of the Bastards, because they were raising an army of bastards and all that. So it made me think of Battle of Bastards. And then we see Daemon drowning, quite literally drowning. I watched the lore, as you all know, in Game of Thrones, but I don't remember Daemon's fate. So I don't know what that means. So I'm going to leave it at it. I'm not going to venture into, like, trying to find what happens. But all I know is he dies in Harrenhal because of Alice, right? She mentions that. So, but what exactly? Is he drowning in Harrenhal? I don't know. Like, let's see what happens. But that's one. And then the final, last but not least, 172 years before the reign of Daenerys Targaryen. She matters the most. She's the only one I care for, because Madame Daenerys plays a vital role in the story. I mean, even the flipping tree told, the gods were told about it. So for me, Daenerys all the way. Like, she is so important in the story. And no matter what season 8 of Game of Thrones was, to me, that season, no offense, never happened. To me, I feel the real story is, for Daenerys, is before she meets Jon Snow. To me, that's where the story ends. Because I don't give two shits, no offense, about Jon Snow. Because literally, she is, I think this is what George R. R. Martin made, like, she is the prince that was promised. Like, she's the one. I know the books have not finished post Winds of Winter. I get that, but he, I think, reiterated the importance of Daenerys' character and how she is actually the prince that was promised. So essentially what happens post season 7 and 8 technically never happened, right? Because it isn't in the books. So we discard that, thank you. So for me, Daenerys is such a vital role. Like, she is the one that I do not believe that Daenerys is like the Queen of Ashes, what she did in King's Landing. Like, that shit is not at all her character. Like, I feel if Daenerys were to be with, I've seen like a post where, you know, it was like, if Daenerys was you know, if what would Daemon and Rhaenyra think of Daenerys post King's Landing event, that she burns the entire King's Landing. I think for Daemon, of course, he would enjoy it because he would support her, no questions asked. But I just don't think that Daenerys is that character to begin with, because we see her how she is, like, you know, the mother of dragons. She releases people from being oppressed, and she doesn't believe in like burning an entire city. So to me, that's never her. So I think if anything, Daemon and everything would be scared that Fire and Blood is a completely different new a new remake of a Targaryen that doesn't know how to use a dragon to kill. She doesn't want to use her dragons to kill. It's just like Helena. So like, I feel like they have a very similar kind of faction in that. But sorry about Daenerys. See, if I talk about Daenerys is all the way. But I just don't think that I just don't think that Daemon would agree with her being such a nice person, book Daenerys wise. I don't know, I've not read it, but I feel like that's how she is, because there is no way that Dany is the way she is. Anyway, coming back to 172 years ago, so the importance of Daenerys, and we see the red comet for dragons, 3 eggs, lovely. And we see her after season 1, episode 10, shocking, episode 10 of her in the middle of nowhere, like where she is. This is post Khal Drogo, her having her dragons, like that's where she becomes. She is the mother of dragons. She is Daenerys Daenerys Targaryen, Queen of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, whatever comes with it. She's like, that's what she is. That's when she was reborn with her dragons with her. And correct me if I'm wrong, I know that they confirmed that the dragons that was taken by Rhaena and the rest of the crew to Pentos were confirmed apparently to be Daenerys' eggs that we see, Drogon, Rhaegal and Viserion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear I thought these dragons are, the 3 dragons, Daenerys' dragons are actually from Dreamfire, Helena's dragon. Like that's their mother, right? Or I might be wrong. I feel like I read it somewhere or I heard it somewhere in a lore or something. I can't remember, but yeah, just let me know about that. I'm not quite sure about that. But before this will end up being a 2-hour video. And then what was the antler looking man? When Daemon was walking inside into the Godswood, there was an antler looking man. Who is that? Is that a Baratheon? Baratheon with a stag antler. I don't know. At this point, anything is possible. And then after that, of course, the other thing, Otto Hightower in a cell. What has happened? Please tell me I've not been tube light and I didn't realize this. When he left, they said that he was to leave King's Landing, right? Not to be prisoned. Otherwise, Alicent would have known, right? There is no way. Yeah, no. I think this was done in secret. Yeah, in secret. Correct. Next. Okay, let's quickly go through them. This entire Thailand thing with Lohar was very hilarious, but I guess they secured the stepstones. They will secure the stepstones and whatever comes with it, I guess, whatever. And then Aemond. Right, okay, we can see Aemond is losing the plot, quite literally. Burning Sharp Point and then trying to get Helena to convince, and now Helena knows the truth of Aemond and what he did. And you know this is treason, but babe, what you committed was treason. Okay, all right. So preach your words as you may. But I love that he forgot. He had a little glitch. He's like, oh shit, yeah, she's a dreamer. She can see things. Three-eyed raven right here, babe. But I loved the way Helena put him in his place in the most gentlest way possible. Yeah, like, Aemon, you will die in the Godswood, forgotten. Aegon still has victories to follow, which makes me say the second thing. Aegon's head, for that matter, it'll still be intact for these victories, because Madame is a dreamer and she sees things happening, so it means that Aegon will live. So the war will continue, Alicent. Sorry, deal is off the table. And then after that, we see them heading to Iron Bank. By we, I mean Larys and Aegon. And there were little creatures inside the carriage. I think, were they dragons? I don't know, but there was a creature that just flew somewhere inside, next to where Larys was sitting. And then Aegon mentioning Realm's Delight, like he wants to be known as the Realm's Delight. I felt a bit for Aegon in that moment. I feel like he always wanted to be loved by his father the way he loved his son that died. And he's always wanted the same sort of look and affection. I'm sure all three children would have loved to have had that little affection that Rhaenyra received wholeheartedly from Viserys for themselves. So Realm's Delight, like the chosen one, not because, you know, he's a male power, like he's the rightful heir, but there is no other there's no other better one than you're naturally going to be the next one. Like you are worthy of the throne or something, whatever. I don't know. Realm's Delight, like loved by all, like, you know, he's even loved by the people and he's not seen as this vicious monster. Well, and the way he was talking about his goods down there, well, great that he's bastarded an entire half the planet. So I guess we'll be fine for dragon riders if need be, for the new unhatched dragons, if there is any in King's Landing. I don't know, but anyways, and then another very important, interesting fact for me is that Dreamfire hatched around Aegon the Conqueror's time. I know Vhagar is Visenya's rider. Vhagar is Visenya's rider. What does that even mean? Visenya was Vhagar's rider. Visenya's rider. Okay, correct. I'm losing my plot. And I know that, so pretty sure Vhagar is I know Vhagar is the oldest dragon in this timeline. But for Dreamfire to have even hatched during that time and to be existing during that time is, wow, like pretty awesome to think about it. Like, Helena, you're closer. Like, Aemon has Visenya. Aemon has Vhagar, but then you also have something close to, like, during the Conqueror's time. Even though I know she doesn't care for all that, but that's such a cool fact, I think. Like, oh yeah, my dragon was around the Conqueror's time. I boast the shit out of that, please. But yeah, that's that. And I love the fact between Corlys Velaryon and Alan of Hull, right? I loved the entire unraveling from Alan. He is really a true masterpiece in his short term of a character performance that he's had. I think he really did it well. And as I said, we need an audiobook of his voice, essential. But at the same time, Alan really, that part where he said, seeing my sire walking with his son, walk past me with fur on his back, with food on the table, with warm, like, you know, warmth around. And then once that son died, and once the sister before the son died as well, I am now remembered. Like, oh, flipping hell, like that got me. Like, I think I felt for Alan a lot then. I think he is a really true character. And now when he said that, I will never accept anything from you. Like, I don't need your pity. I don't need your sorrows. I don't need anything from you. I have learned to be on my own. And I will live on my own. And once this is over, I will start again on my own. I feel bad for him. I really, like, the man needs a little cuddle. I'm there to give it if need be. Right here. I shall hug you, babes. No worries. But I really loved that scene. I think it's great. And then the only thing that pissed me off this entire time, and I think it's definitely the character, within the character depth, is Ulf. What is up with him? Like, I know that he is a complete shit show. Get that. We saw his performance with the entire fact that he was, you know, took Silverwing into King's Landing and then came back. First of all, he should have been completely shouted at for that, but nevertheless. But, oh, you can see he's grown up in a tavern. It's just like, oh, shut up, Wolf. Like, you are annoying right now. But, okay, I guess plays along with the character. But I love how Jace stepped up and really was like, mind your tongue, you know your place, this, that. Loved it. And then, and the cherry on top for everything is Bela. Like, he has found himself. I'm sorry, I know this is disgusting. This is like cousins, and I don't even know the relationship at this point, but I know they're betrothed, but she is one heck of a woman. Like, wow, she's absolutely drop dead like her grandmother. She's so fierceful. She is gentle like her mother as well, and like very, like, you know, we could see how when Lena was riding Vhagar and then she was like saying Dracarys, and then you could see when she was riding Bela was riding Moondancer, like that fire that she wanted to like burn everyone. You could see that's a bit of like, she's got a good bit of both, like of Daemon, of Rhaenys, of Lena, everyone. Like, I love that entire, you know, little commotion there. Absolutely brilliant. And I think she is, we need more scenes of her. We need more dialogue from her. And I feel so irritated at the fact that we didn't, I don't know why I'm adding me to this cast, but why they did not use her character as much for the first season. Like, absolutely, she was needed to be, she needs her own show, the little chick. Like, honestly, she's brilliant in what she says, and she's got her grandmother's spirit, and I absolutely adore her for that. And then they're flying in 2-3 days time. Yeah, as I said, it's 3 years time for us, so that's fab. I hope I'll remember all this, but and yeah, like, this entire season wrapped up is, what else is we have? Like, it's been a roller coaster. And oh my god, roller coaster. Before we go on to the roller coaster, this Rhaena running. So she's left her Pentos crew. Like, she's lost Joffrey and everyone, and now she's gone to find this dragon. Does she want to claim the dragon? She wants to... What's the deal? Like, what's her... I feel like, what would Rhaenyra say if she comes back, if she does ride Sheep Stealer? What would she say? You have left my sons. What's your deal? I've told you to look after them and look after the future of House Targaryen. She's literally the future, isn't she? So what happens? Well, what's going to happen with Sheep Stealer and Rhaena? I'm interested now. Actually interested. But I feel like, again, another thing I really wanted her is to have some more dialogue. I think she's also underused in that way, and I need to see more from her. Yeah. Therefore. And oh, and another oh my god, I completely forgot. During Daemon's visions, Helaena makes an appearance, right? She's the one that says, you know what to do. Like, during that time, you see a little smirk in Helena's face. Is it like her actually being there in present time when Daemon was at the Godswood, connecting with her? Oh, I don't know, babes. I don't know. Because it cuts straight to her scene. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. But I think I'm overrunning my time. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me for this entire season. It's been a roller coaster ride. I've loved it. No matter what, this world is beyond brilliant. It is something that I treasure. It's something that honestly set off the channel as well. So it will always have hold a big place in my heart. Game of Thrones could not be more grateful to that show in that regard, and House of the Dragon as well. And I just keep telling that these shows deserve absolute credit where it's due, and they deserve all the accolades, the characters, the artists, the crew, the motion capture, the CGI, the VFX, the caterers, the accountants, every single person that's been involved in this project deserves an absolute like pat on the back for their tremendous performance and work that they've done. And I'm sure it's no easy task to like deliver such great content for us. So really well done to this entire cast and crew, and this, honestly, they really made it, to me, they've entertained me in the best way possible, and I've enjoyed it so much. So if you guys also enjoyed this entire season, thank you very much for joining this entire time. I really appreciate it. But if you are new to the channel and you've managed to watch throughout this entire playlist, thank you again. I appreciate that. But please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. But until then, see you in 3 years time, whenever that may be. In 3 years I will be actually I'll be 31, so that's lovely. But if it is 2 years time, I'll see you when I'm 30, so that's just lovely. But see you in the next one. Until then, take care, have a great day, and yeah, off to war we are. We have set the full vibe for season 3, and it is war. So I mean, it is definitely gonna be like what's his name from Hobbit? Thorin Arkansas. No, Arkenshield. What? Why did I forget his name? Thorin Arkenshield, right? Yeah, the way he says war, like his depth. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting off of this episode. So I'll see you guys in season 3, and until then, stay safe, have a great day, bye.